Well, they're finally here. We're planting an orchard today. Let's do this. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Brian over here at the Little Orchard Farm. Today is an exciting day. We've got trees. And so today we are gonna take our trees out and plant those into our little orchard. It's gonna be an exciting day, so come along and let's do some of this planting. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. Let's do this. All right, so we're just gonna get a little prepared here. One of the first things that I wanna try to do is get my liquid fish soil emulsion mixed up. Four ounces per 1 gallon. All right, so it's not very much. Oh Lord. Ugh. Take a deep breath. Oh my Lord, it's got the seal on it and I can still smell it. Ugh. Yeah. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. I think that's plenty. I'll over mix it a little bit. How many ounces was it again? 4 ounces? 4 ounces per. 4 ounces. So I think that's plenty. I'll top it off with a little magic. It might have been a mistake. All right, need to wash it off a little bit. It's not that bad.
Smell good?
Yeah, it smells wonderful. All right, I guess I'll cut these open and we'll take inventory. Make sure we got what we're supposed to be getting. All right, so as we're unpacking here, question for you folks out there. I've got a tree here. I don't know if you can see it, but it appears to have a mold on it. These are my Arctic Fantasy nectarine trees. Both of them have the mold. I guess the question is that natural? Is that something that it's supposed to or could potentially have to it? Is it deadly to the tree? Will the tree be able to survive this if I plant it? I'm going to plant it and see. Take a picture of it and make sure I have it for my records. But I haven't seen that on any of the other trees so far. And I'll take that back. My other nectarine has it on there as well. So I got my nectarine trees that appear to have some mold on them. Both here and here. So I'm going to take some pictures of these for a record. And yeah, I don't know. Leave me a comment below. Is that common? Will they be okay? Will they fight that off? Curious. Very curious. Other than that, it looks like the rest of the trees. I haven't unbundled one of the. I haven't cracked open one of the bundles. But the other three I have. I've got them all open. The roots, for the most part, look great. And we're going to get to planting the first row here in just a few minutes. I've got the layout that's actually on my phone, so I've got to turn off the camera in order to get to the layout. So it may be a little choppy, but we'll make sure show you the steps along the way that we're taking to plant each of these here in just a few seconds. So we're going to continue to get kind of organized. Greg is still dipping water out of holes. We had a lot of water. Yeah, we'll get back with you just 1 minute. All right. So I'm thinking, is that ground level? Good. Mycorrhizoa. That is nasty. So Greg here is tapping down, trying to pack in the bottom. The bottoms are real soft. Just trying to create a foundation, good solid foundation for the tree. And this one is our Black Mission fig tree. And so it's going to have a much shallower root system here. Let me see where we're going to go with it. We probably got to come up quite a bit, don't we? Oh yeah, okay. Let me get. Whew, well, all right. We have them all planted. All of our trees are in the ground, and it went pretty well. We got into a nice little groove where we were, we backfilled the hole a little bit because the holes were about a foot deep, and they really needed to be about 7 to 8 inches deep on most of the trees. It was different on the pecan trees, the Pawnee pecans. We had to dig out the hole even more. The taproot is massive, and it was about, I don't know, 1.5 feet deep. So we had to do a little bit extra digging in those holes. But for these guys were pretty nice, pretty nicely dug out a little deeper. So we would push some of the dirt back off into the hole, pack it down. I then sprayed the mycorrhizae on the roots, saturated them pretty good. And then we stuck the tree into the hole, covered all the roots about an inch, and then I came back with the fish emulsion and then, just kind of sprayed the whole hole, the circumference of the hole, with the mixture, with my fish emulsion potion. And then we backfill completely, trying to leave a kind of a mound to where water is draining away from the tree. I think we accomplished that pretty well on all of the trees that we planted. We have our orchard. The Little Orchard Farm now has its little orchard. How exciting is that? Whew. I'm super stoked. I am so excited to have this done. Because I knew this was going to be a huge effort, and man, my brother-in-law Greg, oh, what a great dude. I mean, took the day off of work to come out here and help me. In the last video, we talked about relationships. We talked about relationship building and taking time to enjoy the time that we have with others. And this was just a great example of that. In the middle of us working on the trees, my other neighbor called and said, "Hey man, I'm stuck. I got my mower off into a big mud bank. I can't get out." Man, we went over, pulled him out, got to chat with him and just enjoy some great conversation. Even though we're being productive in continuing to establish the things that we want to do with this farm, it is unbelievably awesome to be able to spend it with the people we love. And man, I love my brother-in-law Greg. I think he would take his shirt off of his back for me, and I would absolutely do the same for him. He's top notch. I'm married into a great family. love my in-laws. All right, so now that we've got the orchard established, one of the things that I do have to do is I've got to come back and I've got to mulch all of the trees. I got a few of them mulched last night before dark, and I'll get to that here shortly. The most important thing that I really need to do is get some protection up from the deer. So first order of business today is I'm going to drive some T-post in the ground and see if we can get a perimeter set up here to where I can net it. I bought 300 feet of netting, and I'm not sure that's enough. I think it's going to be probably closer to 400 feet that I'm going to need. But we'll stretch it out. We'll pull it, and we'll see how far it goes. And if I need more, I'll go back and get more. You live and you learn, right? Living and learning. All right. Me and old Mayhem here. We're going to get to busy on setting up some T-posts. It's a beautiful day today. Love it. Great day. Well, all right, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. I got the netting up. I got it secured with tie wraps. I'm going to have to come back and put an extension here to where I can take the netting all the way on up. And I may have to do every post. I may try to get away with every other post. But my ties are too short, so I'm gonna have to get some longer ties for that. But it is holding tight. It's holding taut. In fact, my dog, who is half blind, kept bumping into it, and she would just kind of pinball down the fence until she found the place where she wasn't seeing resistance. And so maybe small critters, possum, armadillo, maybe rabbit. I've got to get some tent stakes, drive those in the ground to really secure the netting down to the ground. But then, yeah, I think we're about done with it. Now, the last thing, of course, is to come back and put a hot wire on it, so that when my neighbor's cows get out and start grazing over here on our land, that if they get over here close to the orchard, it'll encourage them to move on in a different direction. But yeah, we're gonna get tomorrow. I think what we'll end up doing is getting some more mulch on the trees. As you can see, I've got like 5 of them done out of 45, 48. A lot of trees still left to mulch. And then heavy watering, heavy dose of water, and I'll get that this evening a little bit, and then for sure a good quenching tomorrow. But yeah, so far so good. Well, listen, guys, we're so grateful you guys joined us for this week's episode, and I wanted to close out by saying thank you. I got some really encouraging feedback from the last video that I posted. I think this channel has to be all about the honesty of the good and the bad in starting your own homestead, and sometimes that even comes with some personal inflection, and maybe sharing a little bit with that, with you. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that we keep private for the obvious reasons, but there's a lot that goes on in all of our lives. We all have our trials and tribulations that we have to navigate, and it's good to know that there are folks praying for us. I believe in the power of prayer. Very grateful to you all, and I know a lot of you are going through some stuff right now. And man, my prayer for you is to find joy and peace, and God's will be done, and you'll come out on the other side better off for it. Some things are very difficult to understand, right? I talked about my buddy being in the hospital. One of the greatest dudes you'll ever meet. Literally, he'll give the shirt off his back to you. And so when things, hit people like that, you kind of think, man, what's God up to, right? But I believe there's a purpose for everything, and we all have to navigate it. Guys, you guys have a great week, a very blessed week. Until we see you again the next time, we will. See ya.